what's going on, everyone? What is up? Sunday coffee break. We've been kind of busy. Just doing a lot of different things, getting projects started, and getting to a point where I can't go any further until I either get an answer from somebody or parts come in. I got started on the CD jukebox. Well, let's go back. I was down for about a week. The last Sunday, that coffee break you had seen was from 2 weeks ago. The Sunday that my computer went down, I had a coffee break on the hard drive, in the can, so to speak, like they like to say, and it was waiting for me to edit and then upload. Well, my computer crashed, and then I was down for about a week until I got parts in. I had to order a new motherboard for my computer. I just ordered a new motherboard, processor, and RAM, just a kind of a shotgun effect, just to cover everything. So I do have that motherboard sitting over there with the AMD FX 8350 chipset in it. It's a 8-core. When I took it apart, I found that the mounting bracket for my cooler, my heatsink, was broke. So my heatsink wasn't sitting all the way down onto my chip, to the AMD processor. So I'm thinking it was overheating and shutting down. But, I had already ordered it because I have always had problems with that motherboard. Every time, if you shut the computer down, you couldn't restart it unless you pulled the plug and drained all the residual power out of the motherboard and then plugged it back in, turned it back on, and it would work fine. Well, not fine, but it would work. It was always laggy, glitchy, and weird. But it worked, and so I didn't really worry about it. I can't remember what motherboard that one is, but I got a good gigabyte motherboard with 16 gig RAM on it, with the AMD FX 8350 chipset on it, with 8-core. It's a black edition. And I put my 585 video card in it. So, it works really good. In fact, it works better now than what it did when I first built that computer and put that motherboard in it. Like I said, I was never really happy with that motherboard, but it worked, so I kind of put up with it until it took a dump. So we're probably kind of thinking about ordering another cooling setup for it and playing around with it and seeing if we can't make a really good emulator and see how far we can go with an emulator with an 8-core with that AMD, which I think would be pretty fun, interesting. But like I said, that motherboard came with 16 gig of RAM on it, sniper RAM, and I had some good G-Skill. I had 4 sticks of G-Skill in mine, so I took 2 out of it and put it in that and made that a 24 RAM, which is kind of oddball, but 24 gig of RAM, it helps it out a lot. It's still, I don't know, it's still old, but I got the motherboard for $100 with everything. All I had to do was put it down in and, do a little more different configuring in my tower, and it works good. So we got back up and running. And then I went ahead and edited and put out the coffee break on Sunday, which was supposed to have been last Sunday, Sunday before that. which was okay. You know, as I was editing it, everything was still good. You know, there wasn't anything in there that was really old or, you know, something that I had already posted or whatever. So that was that one. And I still had stuff in the can to post, which last Saturday was another another PS2 Slim. You know, but you know, hey, that's what I do, so that's what you're gonna see if I feel like turning the camera on, if I think it's something interesting that somebody may want to watch. And I think I've kind of wore out the PlayStation 2 Slim stuff, because it as of this morning, or as of just a little bit ago, it was only had like 63 views on it, and I've been getting over 100 on my views on my videos. So that one, I think I wore out PS2 Slim building those. So the next one I have to do, I'll just do on my own, and nobody will ever know it. And then I did a short. Yep, I finally took the Scorpion and the jukebox over. Our 477 Rockola is over there and up and running and being enjoyed. So once I got that stuff out of here, I was able to move some stuff around in here. And now this week I've been working on the claw machine and the CD jukebox, and I'm still working on CDs. I got another 125 of them ready to go for the weekend. Yesterday's video was the Pioneer stereo system that I picked up. There was a short on it, and now I'm finally getting around to posting the video. So you can see me getting that ready to go, cleaning it up. We had to do some work on the cassette deck, of course, as usual. Those are usually, the belts are always rotted on them, and true to form, it was. They were all nice and gummy and stuck to everything, so we got that all squared away, and it's up and running. Let's see, the claw machine, yeah, I'm waiting on an answer. I ordered the board set for Big Choice. Ours is an Action Claw Deluxe, and from what I gather, Action Claw Deluxe is the same as the Big Choice. It's supposed to be. Well, I ordered it for the Big Choice because I was tired of screwing around with the other one. And lo and behold, it came in, and it's pretty much the same thing as what we were working with on the original new board that came with it, a 2004. Wiring and everything's all the same, only I got some better wiring diagram with this one. He had emailed me and asked me if I needed a VGA connection for the gantry or if I needed a 9 pin. I told him VGA. Well, it's right on the package, VGA, and I got 9 pin. But it doesn't matter. Didn't really matter. I just wanted the VGA connection, because our gantry was hardwired to the connector going right onto the board. This one is, you plug it into the board, and then you have the wires, and then you plug it into the gantry. The original came right off the gantry and plugged right into the board, which was a long 15-pin connector. And I'm not sure if that was the gantry and the board set was actually Big Choice. You know, this was a claw machine that was in operation. It was out on location, and it has been reworked a couple of times, so it could have already had a different board set put in it. But I don't think it has, because it still has the external power board for the lights, the fluorescent lights and the marquee lights. There's a separate power supply for that, and then you got another power supply for your board set, which I think this power set came with a new board set, the new board set, which is right here in the garbage can. My board seed, or bird seed. Okay, this is the one that came with it, the new board, one of the new boards the new board that came with it. And this board is, where'd it go? Created by Sunny Youth Electric Company, Ltd, Taiwan, April 2004. Board number SYE-WWJ-M01. This one, the only thing I could get it to do was sound an alarm. And it always came up with an error. And it always said the error was that there was a problem with the gantry. That's all it said. That gantry switch malfunction. Well, there's 4 switches. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 switches on that, and it doesn't tell, and it didn't elaborate which switch it didn't like. But with the, okay, let's keep going with my train of thought here so I'm not jumping all over the place. There is the large VGA connection that comes off of the board set, and then it's supposed to go to the gantry. Now there's 2 different ways that they do it. Hardwire the gantry to the wire right to the board, or a connection in between. Both the new ones had connections in between. This had a VGA, so that's why I ordered VGA. And the newest one I got was double 9 pin. Okay, here's the original Betson board. And you can see this is the connection that goes to our gantry. Hardwired right to the connection from the gantry right to the board. And this is what I'm trying to go from. That large pin connection to wires. And you'd think that would be pretty simple if you have both diagrams. Well, when you start looking at the way things are worded from Taiwan and translated into English, or American, however you want to say it, there's 2 wires. Now you'd think this would be simple. There's 2 wires that say before the switch and then after the switch. Okay, what switch? It doesn't elaborate what switch it is. So it's just kind of a matter of process of elimination and hooking my switches up. There were some switches that were very easy to figure out because it actually told you. But one of the other ones, it was just the one wire for the new board. It said stop. Okay, stop what? Stop claw coming up, stop claw going left to right, stop gantry coming back. Well, I figured it was the forward switch. So when it comes all the way forward, it stops. Well, no. Actually, it was for the claw coming up. Claw comes up, goes up, hits the switch, stops, and then drops back down for your swing, what they call swing. You set your swing so your claw swings back and forth to make it harder to stop on a dime and drop. You start swinging and then you drop it and the claw kind of goes out. It just makes the claw machine harder with the swing. You can adjust your swing. Anyway, so I got stuff hooked up, and just as it said, motor plus, motor common. So I hooked everything up the way it should be. And half of my motors were running backwards. So you switch polarities, okay, now it's running right, but that still just doesn't sound right. You know, why is the board switching switching it? Polarities. So it's been challenging. And finally, I've gotten just about everything kind of worked out on it, except now my claw doesn't want to drop. When you hit the button, it goes up and the claw closes, and then it goes back to the home position. And I've been swapping stuff around, getting stuff, you know, and I can't get the claw to come down and stop. It's supposed to come down, and then the string loosens up, trips the other switch, and that tells it it's all the way down, and then it comes back up. Closes and goes back up. Well, fun. You know, because then there's another wire that says under the hook switch. Okay, there's two switches under the claw, which is supposed to be the hook. And each switch has two polarities. One side is open when the switch is tripped, and the other side is closed when it's tripped, and then vice versa. So you figure, okay, you swap them around, but then you're swapping other things around too, because one of the wires is the common ground for your switches, and then there's one of them that is a common ground for your motors. So I put a call out to the guy that I bought it from, and he said, he came back to me and said, I sent your message and your pictures, because I sent pictures of everything that I had, you know, going from their board to this, or going from this board to their board, which I'm not sure if that's a big choice, because there's nothing really on this. There's a, you know, you have just Betson 07024, and that's on a warranty sticker. And he said, oh, I sent your email on all your pictures. Thank you for the pictures. Greatly appreciated. I sent your pictures and problem off to the factory. Off to the factory. What's it going to go to their R&D? I thought we were R&D, research and development. If the shit don't work, you let them know, and then they say, okay, well then we'll do something different. That's their R&D. Or tell them what's wrong. Oh, we can fix that. Yeah, well, how about mine? Well, yeah, buy another one. We'll have it fixed for you. Whatever. So that wasn't real encouraging when he said, I sent everything off to the factory. That was 4 days ago. I got an answer from them the next day because of the time difference. So we'll see what happens. I may be down to just figuring it out on my own. You know, I sat in front of that thing for 3 days trying to got it that far as I did. You know, it coins up and everything, you know, and the gantry moves. There's a few problems that need worked out. Plays the music, sings in China, and it makes all the noises. Like I said, coins up. I can speed it up in the settings, slow it down. You know, I got all that working. Just I got a few little bugs. Hopefully I can get this squared away in case somebody else ever does this and has this problem. I'll be the guinea pig. I'll be the research and development and get it squared away. But okay, and then I started on, after I kind of got to that point on the claw machine, I started on the CD jukebox. Opened it up and we started messing with it. I started getting the mech all squared away, the strap put back on it. I got the CD Pro player out of it and worked on the laser and that on it, because when I got that in, there was no player in it at all, just the mech. The player was missing. A new mech, a new laser player, new disc player is about $3.99, I think, $2.50 rebuilt, and I paid $125 for that one that needed work, and I figured all it needed was a laser. So I adjusted the laser on it, and I think the laser's still bad. I think that one is totally dookie. I ordered a new laser for it. Hopefully it's the right one, because there's different ones for the CD M12, the CD Pro, CD Pro 2, you know, and all that. I kind of matched everything up, and it said that this would work for the CD M12 CD Pro, and I don't think it works for the Pro 2, but we have just a CD Pro. And that laser was $23, something like that, which I thought was really, you know, which is reasonable for a jukebox. But I guess lasers seem to be coming back down again. Last time I looked, that one was like $45, and there was still some on there at that price, but it looks like this guy ended up with a load of them, and he put on some more. You know, you can buy one for $16.95 plus shipping, and then, or you can buy two of them for $28. You can buy 5. You can buy 10. You know, so this guy has a plethora of them, which is good, I guess, because if I get it in and it's the right one and it works, I'll probably order another one and put it away. Not specifically for that one. We probably never will wear out the laser on that jukebox, but just in case I get another one, you know, for $23, it doesn't hurt to have another one around in case, just in case. It's what I always did with all my PS2s, PS3s, Xbox 360s. When I ordered lasers, if I needed a laser, I always ordered them like 5 at a time when I had the money. That's why you see me, I'm still working off a lot of stuff that I had bought years ago when I had the game store for these game systems, because I had all that stuff, you know, sitting there waiting, because I did a lot of repairs on the game systems. But yeah, so we're doing the CD jukebox. I started cleaning it up a little bit. Cleaned up the bottom, got the mech working. Like I said, the mech works really good. It grabs the right disc, throws it, puts it over, and puts it on the player. And the player spins a couple of times and then picks it up, puts it back. You know, because you're getting a read error. Because I don't think the laser's turning on at all. Usually when you get them to spin a couple of times quickly, usually it's because the laser didn't turn on, and so it can't find what it's looking for. So that's why I said we'll try a new laser in it and go from there. Just that thing is just so full of smoke that everything is, you know, sticky, gummy, nasty, stinky. The keypad next, I'll be doing a video on cleaning up the keypad, and I cleaned up the title card holder. It looks nice now, because, you know, I'm confident everything's gonna work. I can hear the amp turn on when I turn the machine on. There's no board error, no computer error. Everything is coming on, so I'm sure everything is going to be fine once I put a laser in it, and it'll play. So I can start going in another direction with it while I'm waiting for the laser, and that's just kind of doing some cleaning and getting it to look presentable again, so it doesn't look like somebody just pulled a butt out of an ashtray. That one sat in a bar forever. God. Nasty. But you know, hey, that's the way they are when when they come off a rotation. You know, they're full of smoke, because most of the jukeboxes were in bars. That one, like I said, it's still, you know, it's been banged around, but it's not totally beat to hell. So it'll look decent. It'll be a nice addition over at the arcade. I just don't look forward to moving that big heavy thing. When I go to move it, I'll pull the mech back up out of it, because it's so easy to remove the mech and those things. I'll probably remove the mech and the title card holder. That way I can lay it down, slide it in the van, and take it over that way and protect everything. Okay, I'm going to take a break. It's about that time. I'll take a break and see what else is going on. I'll let you know what else is going on. Okay, the arcade. Boy, is that nasty. Gotta wash my cup. The arcade. We've had a lot of people in looking for our Raida knives again. You know, because we had them last year, we took them out. You know the whole deal. Well, people were asking for them again. Started asking for them this year. So we're going to be bringing back some of the retail. When we were pulling the retail out, I was not happy about it. I wanted to pull some of it, but I didn't want to pull it all. That's why my glass and that type of stuff is still over there, and we sell a little bit of it now and then. I don't advertise it because there was some thoughts that I may just pull everything, showcases and everything, and take it out and take it down below. But I've been selling a little bit of glass stuff. I've had other people after me to get back into what I used to at my other store. I hate mentioning it here on YouTube because they do not approve of it. A lot of you know that I vape, and you see it and you'll see it every now and then in some of my videos sitting off to the side, you know, or out in there. I forget to just pull it out of the, you know, and move it. So when I start videoing it, it's sitting there, and you know, you see it. And sometimes as I'm talking and working, I'll just kind of nonchalantly grab it and you know, move it out of the way. Why they don't like it, I have no idea. That was my other channel I had. I deleted that channel completely. I did a lot of reviews on all the devices and liquids and all that stuff over there, and had a pretty good following and community over there. But I could never get monetized over there because of they don't approve of it. But they do approve of THC vaping. If you're, I don't know, you know, it's so hard to figure out them people. They're thinking, you know, if you like one but not the other, but yet they're the same, only a little different ingredient. You know, one ingredient's missing and a different ingredient put in, so it's the same thing. Whatever. So I'm bringing back, I'm going to be putting in some of that stuff again. It's all down below at the outdoor market. I sell quite a bit of it down there, along with my glass and my edibles and, you know, the deltas and all that stuff. I do quite well. In fact, last weekend we had a really good weekend with that stuff. I had to reorder, and I I got a big order in. And I've had people telling me that I need to put it in over at the arcade as well. Which is, I don't want to scare the parents with their kids. That's why it's in a separate room. So if I move some stuff around, I can keep that area the adult section. And then I can utilize the upstairs too for more kid-friendly games and kid-friendly environment. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Like I said, I just didn't feel right taking everything out of there. But I got outvoted. You know, it's not selling there. We got to take it down below and sell it. Okay. So move all that down, and now I'm going to start bringing it back. But whatever makes money is what we got to do. I know it makes it sound like they're really indecisive about it, but about everything. You know, retail, no retail. Retail, no retail. You know, so all I know is if you're sitting still, you're falling behind. You always have to be constantly thinking about what to do next. When you feel that you have everything in place and you're doing well, you're falling behind. Because the following month, week, that stuff that was doing really well for you is now in the toilet because something new just came out. And now everybody wants that. That's why when it comes to a lot of that stuff, I only order enough for a week or 2 weeks. Because you don't know what people are going to be doing in 2 weeks. You know, oh, I love this one. Next week you have it in and say, oh, I don't like that anymore. I want the other. You know, so no. You constantly have to be thinking and utilizing and working on new things always. Because if you're not, you're falling behind. And if you're falling behind, you're losing money. Last summer was really tough. Every stinking dime that came in went right into that building. So it was really a tough winter. And I got way behind on my storage unit. And it has taken me almost all summer to get caught up on that. I'm about 4 payments behind, and I'll have that taken care of before the middle of September, and then I'll be able to get into my storage unit and get some stuff out of there. Right now it's got a big log chain on it. But you know, and I understand. I'm not complaining about it or nothing. I understand that's what you got to do. And this winter looks better. We weren't dumping everything that we were making into the building, so now I was able to start putting money back for the winter. Because, you know, we only work, we're seasonal. We work 6 months out of the year, May through October. YouTube, I don't make a dime. I spend more money on YouTube than what comes out of it. That's just a fact. And I probably never will. I was up for for another review or whatever you want to call it. And I didn't even submit nothing. That was supposed to, I could have done that in, I think it was July. And I didn't. Because I know what the answer is going to be. They're going to say no. So I've been letting it go, and I don't know, maybe October or something like that, I'll try again. File an appeal, and they can come back and say, no. Okay, whatever. You know, you have to have, you know, a couple 100,000 subscribers and tens of thousands of views on your videos to make any money anyway. So, you know, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy doing the videos, and I enjoy doing the coffee break. That's why I continue doing it, even though I'm not making anything on it, and I never expect to make anything on it. So I just keep pushing it, keep pushing forward and doing my thing. Bringing you content that maybe some people may like and may want to watch. I like the coffee breaks because I like getting caught up and letting you know things that I'm doing and what's going on. Because a lot of times when I'm doing a video, I don't explain everything real well, what I'm doing or what I have done. Just for the simple fact is sometimes it's hard for me to concentrate on what I'm doing and you know, tell you what I'm doing. It's what happens when you're dyslexic. It's tough to look at things and talk and all that, whatever. Anyway, so that's what's going on at the arcade. That's what I'm going to do over there. Is we're going to put in some stuff again, and we'll be closed again. We're going to probably tough it out through October, and then then probably close. We may even, depending on if people are still coming in, and that I may go till the first of the year to get the holidays in for a lot of the retail stuff. The arcade side will be closed unless people want to play. You know, real simple to go over and turn things on for them to play. That doesn't have to be on if nobody's playing, and you're not wasting electricity with them sitting over there running. I got 2 more good weeks, 2 more good weekends at the outdoor market. This weekend and then next weekend, which is Labor Day. After Labor Day, a lot of the campers close up their cabins, winterize them, and go home, and you don't see them until May. Even though there's a lot of good weekends left in September and October. October gets a little sketchy, but you know. We're open all the way through October. I've only ever made it twice to the last weekend of October. It's always been too cold and snowing. And I know I can get to the middle of October. So that leaves us about 7 weekends. 2 good ones, and then everything starts falling off in September. Each weekend's just a little bit less, a little bit less, a little bit less. For the simple fact is, like I said, a lot of people go home. The kids are back in school. People aren't coming up and going to the campgrounds. A lot of the campgrounds close after Labor Day or on Labor Day. The little restaurants and ice cream stands and all those places, they close Labor Day. The only thing left to draw people up there is to go up to the woods and look at the leaves, you know, the changing of the colors. And they have the Oktoberfest, or the Autumn Leaf Festival, down in Clarion. I think that's first weekend of October, or hell, it may even be this weekend. I know they had to keep moving it earlier because every weekend they tried to have it in October. They got snowed out and too cold. You know, and our leaves haven't started turning yet. A little bit. They're getting a little bit of yellow in them. Got some dead ones in the yard, but you know it. So after that, after Labor Day is when everything starts going down. Don't have as many orders to work on. You know, I might be ordering stuff every other weekend, every other week, every 3 weeks. All the big orders are done. They're in. They're over there being sold. The only thing we have to make sure we have enough of is our Rada knives, because they come up for that. They'll come up and see us strictly for that, and our restaurant equipment, bakeware, especially for the holidays and deer season. We sell a lot of that stuff for deer season. Guys making their sausage or jerky, and then the women are getting ready to bake. Or for the holidays, canning season's in, so we're selling a lot of canning stuff, and we will be for a while. And then that starts dropping off as canning season's kind of over. It's all when the gardens are all done, and everything is in and put up for the winter. All right, one more break, and then we're going to finish up. Sold a lot of CDs this last weekend. They're finding them, and I'm playing around with the price, and I'm getting to the price where they're buying them. Some of my real good rock I have at $5 a CD, and then you know, then 3, and then 2 for just, you know, your weird. Some old stuff, not old, but some older stuff. And, you know, the mix CDs, where you have classic rock, mix, 1980s rock. And I look at that and God, I don't recognize any of those 80s songs. So there wasn't a very good mix. And that's what was in that CD jukebox was just a plethora of country mix, rock mix, you know, funk mix, you know, just all those mixes. I guess probably that's a good thing to put in a jukebox, because if you put a whole CD in, and a lot of times it's like an album, you know, there's 1 or 2 hits on that CD or album that gets played all the time, and the rest of them, you know, it's just a filler. Well, if you have it on a mix and you have those 2 and 2 others from another album that's were hits and whatever, then that CD is going to get played an awful lot more. That's just the nature of jukeboxes. That's why 45 jukeboxes were good, because you just bought the hit single and you put it in, and then that gets played. But you just couldn't put as many in it. You know, that that jukebox holds 100 CDs. So if it holds 100 CDs, and we'll just say on average each CD has 12 tracks, that's 1,200 songs. So now you got to figure out 1,200 hit songs to put in there. So you have to go through different genre. You know, rap, heavy metal, some just rock, easy listening rock, soft rock, country, new country, old country, you know, and right down the line. So you can fill it up. So you have 1,200 good songs in a jukebox. And that's if you were an operator and doing, you know, and operating it. That's why those mixes were good. Because there was you had good songs from all artists on it. So that CD's more apt to be played. And not just for track 1 and 8. Because those were the two hits. But I found out where people were buying them, and so I have them set. I have a lot of them I didn't have cases for, so I bought these little envelopes, double-sided envelopes. I had the front card and the CD, so I put the CD in one side and then put the card in the other, so you can see what the hell it is without having to strain your eyes and looking at a CD. You can see, oh, Randy Travis, and the name of the album, or CD. You turn it over, yep, there it is. That one's tore. So, that's what I did. I put them in those, and took them down, put them in totes, and just put them out 2 for $5. $3 or 2 for $5. And that's what they're buying them at. So we sold a lot of CDs. But I gotta watch the ones I sell. No, I don't. I got plenty to put in the jukebox. I got a tote full here of my own too that I can use up and put in the jukebox. No biggie. We got plenty of CDs to fill that up. So to date, probably I've probably taken down about 500 CDs, and I still have, I don't know, 3 or 4 totes full to go through and clean, and that's probably another 400 or 500. Plus I have a tote that has a bunch of them in it that that are just a plain, just a CD, no cover art, nothing like that. Those ones I'm kind of hanging on to them because I'll probably find something and put them in my jukebox, or I'll just leave them here in an envelope for me to listen to. It's kind of nice to stick 5 CDs in the changer and start it disc 1 and then let it play the whole time I'm working. Turn on the camera. I hit pause and turn on the camera, and then when I'm done, push play and it picks right up where it left off. Worked good. Alright, I think I've rambled on enough for everybody. Hopefully everybody got something out of it. And I hope everyone has a great week. Had to turn my furnace on this week. It was in the 40s, low 40s in the morning. So I hope everyone has a great week, and I will see you next Sunday on Sunday's Coffee Break. Same time, same place, same day. So until then, take care, and thanks for the subscribing and liking my videos. Till then. See ya. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.